the reaction across the board is shock for the reasons you said. How did she write it so quickly? Who's going to buy it? And what is someone who was identified as a defender of a Democratic president in a couple months suddenly decides she's an independent? So I would say so far, more questions than answers.
So what the book's going to tell us? The book's going to tell us more about the Democrats. The book is the book going to be an extension of Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson's book, Original Sin? Yet another Democrat coming out and telling us about stuff that a whole bunch of stuff on the right was telling us, but y'all swore we shouldn't listen to while y'all were engaging in cancel culture, while y'all were engaging in excoriating anybody that called the Democratic Party out for what the hell was going on. That's what we supposed to do now? That's what we supposed to do. We're supposed to listen to you now. Okay.
There is another candidate as well from this younger generation waiting in the wings who not only ticks all the identity boxes, but is also even more bonkers than Kamala Harris. I speak, of course, of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, leader of that aforementioned squad. And what's important to note is that she both talks a lot of lefty rubbish, but has also grown increasingly powerful within the Democrat Party. She's played a very good game getting very close to power. And she was in a fine form in a CNN town hall on the government shutdown Thursday, where she and Bernie Sanders were given essentially a free kick to dump on Republicans. Now, some of it was pretty wildly entertaining and just goofy. I mean, get a load of her talking about big corporations and environmental pollution here.
Rivers in rural areas were on fire because of corporations poisoning the people who lived in those areas. Poor middle-class communities getting poisoned and dumped on by corporations like Deloitte.
Deloitte? Last time I checked, they were an accounting firm that just got in a heap of trouble with the Australian government over a bogus report they handed in generated by AI. But speaking of pollution, here's what she is describing when she talks about a clean environment.
Instead of talking about having air that's drinkable.
That sweet, refreshing, thirst-quenching air. Oh, and she also declared war on Republican boys.
And they are able to radicalize and target and exploit a generation of young boys, in particular, away from healthy masculinity and into an insecure masculinity that requires the domination of others who are poorer, browner, darker, or a different gender than them.
Now, you see what's going on here. Of course, only liberals can express a healthy masculinity, and if you like your borders secure, well, you're mentally ill and probably racist to boot. But put away that goofiness, and it is quite clear to me that AOC is trying to position herself as the de facto leader of the Democrat Party laying down the law here in this next clip about what has to happen to end the shutdown.
If I were Mike Johnson, you should be in that office negotiating with Hakeem Jeffries every damn day until we reopen this government. And any day that you don't do that is a failure. It is a failure. And until there is accountability for people who refuse to work, then we're going to continue to be in this cycle. So, you know, in the Senate, the Senate Majority Leader is John Thune. He should be negotiating with Chuck Schumer.
Ah, yes, Chuck Schumer, the Senate Democrat leader, also from AOC's state of New York, who famously doesn't know how a barbecue works. But I'm glad she mentioned Schumer, because Schumer is another one of those oldies the young Democrat socialists want to get out of the way. And there's a lot of talk right now that AOC might try to challenge Schumer for his Senate seat, giving her a launching pad to higher office.